Hi guys, Andy here. I have here today, thank you very much to mobilefun.co.uk, an official Samsung wireless fast charger. So obviously wireless charging, nothing particularly new, but relatively new is wireless fast charging. One of the great things about the Note 5 is the fast charge capability. The fact that you can go from sort of 0% to 60 in about 40 minutes. Or less perhaps even. It's just fantastic. But I've really got into wireless charging over the last, maybe it's just a few months since having the Note 5. But it is a bit slow. So when I saw that there were actual sort of fast chargers that worked wirelessly, I thought I need to try this. So my first thought when I saw this kind of puck was actually, whoa, that's quite big. It looks quite pretty. It matches my new Note 5. So it's got a rubber ring that the phone can sit on, which holds it pretty firm. I mean, that's quite an angle I'd turned it to. If anyone wants to see the model number, there it is, EP-PN 920. Input 5 volts at 2 amps, or is that 9 volts at 1.67 amps, or is that the output? Doesn't mention output, does it? No. Okay. So I mean that was kind of almost one of my questions answered already. I wonder, what happens? Do you have to plug it into a fast charger? But I guess it's got to have a fair bit of current flowing through it. Bloody hell, look at that. Well, I suppose there was several languages. How much, if it's a wireless charger, don't you just plug it in and put your phone on it? That was basically what the instructions were. Plug it in, put your phone on it. There's actually a fan in there. Fan and a vent in there, okay. Righto, so... Oh. That's as far as my cable will go. Come on! Oh no, there we are. I've pulled me four-way plug over a bit. So I thought I heard fans fire up. I think it was my stomach. I've eaten as well. My God. Excuse me, you won't have heard my stomach on the directional mic, but that's kind of weird. Right. Now, I don't really know what I'm expecting you to see at this point. Other than, yes, it does charge. Oh, it does a lot of fast wireless charging. Now, at this point, I'm only 10% down, so 22 minutes until fully charged. That doesn't really tell us a lot, because I wouldn't imagine it does the real fast charging until your percentage drops down into kind of 20s or 30s. So what I'll do, I'm going to use this for a few days, and we'll see how I get on with it, really. But I mean, it certainly seems, it's a nice. Oh, there's a blue. Light went off. Did that just go on while the? There we go. So that's a fairly subtle blue light at the front there. I don't know if. That's not too bright. I don't think that's bright enough that it's going to disturb you at night. And yeah, I mean, generally it seems very nice, well made. I mean, obviously, as you'd expect from a sort of an official bit of a fingerprint magnet, because I've got smudges on it already. So it's from mobilefun.co.uk. It's $34.99. So it's a reasonably pricey one. You can get cheaper wireless chargers, but it's the official Samsung fast charger. So we'll see. I'll use it for a few days, and I'll come back to tell you what I think. Welcome back. So I've used it just for a couple of days. I think I've used it enough that I'm able to feedback on it at this point. I've used this, and then I've used my regular, it's almost like a dock that I have on my bedside, just a regular wireless charger with my Note 5, and I've got some results to share. In both instances, I charged it from at a similar point in the battery, so one was 38%, one was 37%, so very similar. And the official fast wireless charger, in the first 30 minutes, it gained 26%. In the first hour, it gained 44%. I can tell you it did 90% to 100% in 22 minutes, and that from 38 to full took 92 minutes. Also, possibly worth noting, the highest temperature the phone reached was 33.1 degrees centigrade. Then with my with my regular wireless charger, in 30 minutes it went 14%. In an hour it did 29%, and it did the 90% to 100% in 24 minutes. And from 37 to full was 136 minutes. So I think from kind of 37, 30 is a fairly common place that you might be charging from. And with the official fast wireless charger, you save yourself about 45 minutes. At the same time, if you're charging from that point, you are missing probably a big chunk of the advantage, because the advantage takes place, I think, up to 60%. You can see, or I can see when I've looked through my results, that the charging does slow down at 60%. Now, I've stolen a graph. I think it's from Fandroid. I hope they don't mind. I will giving them full credit for it, just because actually trying to work out my own graph would have been a really large amount of work, so I thought I'd just borrow someone else's. So you can see there the fast wired, there's no... the difference between the fast wired and fast wireless is almost the same as between the fast wireless and the old wireless, if that makes sense. Initially, in the first... Almost. So there's still no competition against that. That's still far and away the quickest way to get there. But actually, if you look how quickly the fast wired gets up to, let's even just say 75%, that's around 70 minutes. So, even if we said the hour point, you're at about 70%. And at the hour point on the old charging, you're at about 30 or so, 35 maybe. So, that is a pretty huge difference if you're just looking for a quick top, well, not even a top up if you're from zero, but I'm thinking if you're at work, perhaps you've got one of these fast wireless chargers, and you get near the end of the day and you realise you've got to go, or you've been invited out, you've been invited to the pub or whatever. It'd be quite handy just to throw your phone onto the fast charger for 30 minutes, an hour, and to know that you can get a reasonably good boost, which will hopefully keep you going through the night. So all in all, I think it's a really nice charger. It's very well made. It looks nice. The light is good. It doesn't make lots of noise like some do, and it's not a bright light that will disturb you at night. As I said earlier, $34.99 from mobilefun.co.uk. I highly recommend it. I can also confirm before I sign off that it will charge through a case, like a regular case. That will be fine. And I can also confirm you can plug it in to just a regular USB, micro USB, not the adaptive fast charge from Samsung. You can plug it in and use it as a regular wireless charger. In that case, you don't lose anything, you just don't gain the fast charge. But it does need to be plugged into higher, the adaptive fast charge one is what I've tried it with, for it to actually get the fast charge. So there you go. The Samsung Fast Charge Wireless Charger from mobilefun.co.uk, $34.99. My name's Andy. I'll catch you all again soon.